Welcome to Harvey's Weekly Football Show. We're here on Nighthawk Radio. To listen to Nighthawk Radio, go to nighthawk-radio.com. You can also check us out on YouTube, Spotify, Facebook, YouTube Music, Rumble, everywhere you find great podcasts at. And you can also check out Harvey's Weekly Football Show on nighthawk-radio.com every Wednesday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You can also check out Beyond the Mats that comes on after this show at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time every Wednesday. We also have church sermons every Sunday at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time on nighthawk-radio.com. You can also check us out on Facebook everywhere. Hey man, I just gotta plug everything.
Yeah,
How you doing tonight, Harvey, by the way?
I'm doing okay. Doing okay.
Hey man, we're alive, brother. That's all that matters. We're doing good. We're blessed.
Right. That's right. Well, yep.
Yep. And we know the Bengals had to reevaluate their quarterback situation, and they did. They just got Joe Flacco. But the Browns won that trade, man. The Browns got a fifth round pick. The Browns did trade a sixth round pick with Joe Flacco to Cincinnati. But in my opinion, Cleveland won that trade, man. Flacco was going to sit on the bench. Now you got a fifth round pick for next year. Flacco was going to walk next year, possibly retire. You got a pick for him. So I think the Browns did well.
But you can't blame Cincinnati for going after somebody. I want to tell you, they had to, and it might as well be him.
Yeah.
I
They had
mean,
to Yeah, they definitely had to reevaluate their quarterback situation.
so I have an idea. I have an idea of Brown and Jason Higgins probably liking it.
Yeah, definitely, man. I mean, that's a solid pickup, man. Joe
and then
Flacco was a Super Bowl champion, a Super Bowl MVP.
And they did it at the right time because even though they're like 2 and 3, they're still that division's up for grabs the way it's going right now. So
They're in
that might be
second place right now, man. But I
that.
don't think Joe
So
Flacco was the answer. Joe Flacco 2 years ago was great for Cleveland, but he's also 40 years old now. I think
yeah,
he's lost a step. I think Cleveland wins that trade though. Cincinnati, I understand why they did it.
overall, yeah,
Yeah, I understand why Cincinnati did it though. But if I was Cincinnati, I would have went after a much younger quarterback in Russell Wilson or Jameis Winston.
yeah,
Russell
that's
Wilson's quite
true.
young, but compared to Joe Flacco, he's really young.
Yeah, I understand. Yeah,
I think Russell Wilson still has some good football in him. I think
I
he's just playing
yeah,
for a terrible Giants team.
I think he could have been a good for them boys there at Cincinnati. I think he could still throw it.
Joe
I
Flacco
think
will
he
do
would have.
decent though.
Huh?
Um, Joe
Yeah,
Flacco will do decent though. And if you got T. Higgins and Jamar Chase in fantasy, you're happy right now. And Chase Brown. I'm
yeah,
happy to have
that's
Chase
what I'm
Brown.
saying.
And you just traded T. Higgins last.
Hey, they have to be happy right now.
Yeah, you just traded T. Higgins.
But yeah. But I will tell you, Flacco is. I mean, I don't know what happened, but I've seen him come in and save some seasons. You know what I mean? He did that a couple of times. So he's been a good quarterback. He's been a good quarterback, a real seasoned quarterback ever since he's been in the NFL. So we'll see. We'll see how it does.
I
I'm
mean,
hoping he does good. I hope they do good. I really do.
why do you have a Bengals player in fantasy?
Well, I've been always really a Bengals fan, but
No, I said, do you have a Bengals player in fantasy? Is that why you cheered for him?
well, no, no, I did have Higgins. I did have Higgins, but
Yeah,
I wish I'd probably kept him now. But you never know what's going to happen.
yeah, definitely, man. All right, Harvey, how low did we do in NFL last week, man?
Uh, I went 5-4, and you went 4-5, and overall I'm 31-13, and you 26-18. So I got a little
You can
nudge
tell
on you
us,
right there.
you can tell us our college record whenever we pick the college games. We'll start out with the
Okay.
NFL though, man. I
Oh
didn't mean
yeah,
to interrupt you. I apologize.
yeah.
Um, all right, man. I'm sorry about interrupting you, by the way.
That's all right.
All right, man. Thursday night football, Harvey. We got the 4-1 Eagles coming off a loss, playing the 1-4 Giants. It's in New York, by the way. 8:15 p.m. Thursday night football on Prime Video. Philadelphia is 6.5 point favorites. I would give them more than 6.5. I think the Eagles are going to win by a million.
You think, you think they're mad?
Yeah, absolutely, dude.
I still say they're the team to beat, but
Who are
I
you going with, by the way?
as of right now, I got some. I'll tell you in a minute who I think can really give them a tough time. Okay.
Are you going? You're going with the Eagles, though, right?
Yeah, I definitely put the Eagles.
All right, man. So we got some London football again. We got the Denver Broncos 3-2, coming off a good win in Philadelphia. Well, I don't know if
Yeah.
it was in Philadelphia, but against Philadelphia, playing the 0-5 New York Jets at 9:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time on NFL Network and NFL Plus. Denver is 7.5 point favorites. I'd put them at 10.5 point favorites. I'm going with the Broncos.
Broncos quietly playing good ball right now. You know that.
Yeah. This
Yeah,
is
I
the
picked
inter-
the Broncos too.
this is interesting. We got the Patriots 3-2 traveling to the 1-4 Saints. 1 p.m. on CBS. New England is 3.5 point favorites. This is what you call a pick'em game, but I'm going with Drake May, Diggs, and the New England Patriots. Who you going with, Harvey?
He ain't a bad quarterback. You know I'm surprised they beat Buffalo. I don't really am. I guess you know. One of my fantasy players is Joe Cook was there, and I just can't believe him getting 20 something points 4 weeks in a row for me, and then he can't get five against the Patriots. But I don't know
Patriots are
about
not
that.
bad though. The
Huh?
Patriots win that, they're quietly 4-2.
Yeah.
The Patriots are
So
decent.
I know. Yeah, I tried that. You know that their quarterback. He's slowly getting better. Ain't he?
They
I mean,
got a really good coach too.
yeah, he's getting a lot better. I'm gonna pick the Patriots over that game too.
Their coach used to be Tennessee's coach, Tennessee Titans.
Yeah.
All right, you ready for this one? This might
Yeah.
be the game of the week right here in the NFL, man. We got the Seahawks 3-2 traveling to the Jaguars 4-1, 1 p.m. on Fox. Jacksonville's 1.5 point favorites, man. I mean, both of these teams look like playoff teams, and I actually think both of these teams will make the playoffs. This will be a really good game. I'm going with Jacksonville though, because they're at home. Who you going with her?
I am too. I watched some of that game, and I'm telling you, you know what? They're 4-1, like you said, they're 4-1, and Lawrence is playing good right now. And so, and that goes a long way too. You know, he's a good quarterback, and I am surprised that they're 4-1. I really am. I mean, it's nice because I like to watch him. I'll pick the Jaguars, but I don't know about Seattle, but I'll pick the Jaguars to win that game.
Yep. All right, man. We got the Cowboys 2-2-1 traveling to the Panthers 2-3, 1 p.m. on Fox. Dallas is 3.5 point favorites. That's a pick'em game, as you say, Harvey. I think that'll be a close one, but I'm going with the Cowboys. Who you going with her?
Okay, and right now the way the Dallas Cowboys playing, can't even see it being that close. Because I'm telling you, I mean they're looking like they can put up the points on the scoreboard right now, and that you know what that goes a long way. I know that they had a better offense than what they had been showing, but here lately they're going to start putting it all together, yeah.
Yep.
And so I'm going to pick the Cowboys too.
This
I
is
think they
the
can. I think they can be a playoff team where they're playing right now.
with their schedule, I agree with you. Their
Yeah,
schedule's not that bad, really.
I know. Yeah,
All right, man. We got the 4-1 49ers with Mac Jones at quarterback traveling to Tampa Bay 4-1 with the top five quarterback in the NFL. MVP favorite Baker Mayfield at 4:25 p.m. on CBS. Tampa Bay is 2.5 point favorites. I'm going with the MVP favorite Baker Mayfield and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Who you going with her?
I think I'll pick them too. I'm like you. I like Baker Mayfield. Because the 49ers, Matt Jones is playing awful good, isn't he?
He is. He's playing good football.
Yeah. So I'll pick Tampa Bay too.
All right, man. We got a Sunday night football classic right here. Got the Detroit Lions 4-1 traveling to 2-3 Kansas City Chiefs, 8:20 p.m. on NBC. Kansas City somehow is 2.5 point favorites. I don't get that. I'm going with Lions though. Who's going through?
I am too. I think Kansas City is not as strong right now the way they've had been across every year. I don't know. I don't know what it is, but you know what I mean.
They got a tough schedule. They got a
Yeah.
really tough schedule.
Well, I want to tell you right now. How do you? Unless I don't know the unless it's just the first game of the season, I can't believe that the Lions are. I think the Lions, I figured they'd be 5-0 right now where they're playing. I think they're one of the best teams. I think right now they could be the team to beat right now. They got two good running backs, pretty good tight end, and that pretty. They don't know who to throw it to in the wide receiver. I mean, I'm telling you,
St.
they
Brown, that's
got
who
some.
they threw it
They
to.
got some. They got some. Oh, they got some absolutely good
Good defense too.
too. So right now, I think the best team in the NFL right now. I won't pick the Lions. Definitely.
All right, man. We got Buffalo on Monday Night Football, 4-1, traveling to the Falcons, 2-2, 7:15 p.m. on ESPN. Buffalo's 3.5 point favorites. I'm going with Josh Allen and Buffalo Bills. Who you going with, Harvey?
I'm going with the Bills, and my man Cook probably will score 30. He'll probably get 30 points this time.
Because you're not playing me.
Yeah,
Uh, I barely beat you though, really.
I know it, but that's where really he didn't get what I thought he would, and and it's not that I lost, but I really thought he would get more. I thought he would get more than 5 points, and I think you probably would have thought that too.
Yeah. All right, man. We got the Bears 2-2, traveling to the Washington Commanders 3-2, 8:15 p.m. on ABC. Monday Night Football, the second of the doubleheader on Monday night, and Washington's 4.5 point favorites. This is actually a decent game, but I'm going with Washington.
I will too. Yeah, it could be. I mean, that's who I'm picking too, and I'm surprised it's 3-2. I figured they'd be at least 4-1. But NFL is tough. Well, you see this week, three undefeated teams got lost. You know what
Mm-hmm.
I mean? I mean, it's amazing.
Fantasy
That's the
football
beauty
is
of
hard
it.
too.
That's the beauty of it. Yeah.
Fantasy football is the same way. Fantasy football is tough. Our
Well,
league this year is
yeah.
really tough. 14 teams. It's fun though.
And I'll tell you the difference. Well, you if you make a turnover, one turnover, it could cost you the game. And the other night, uh, Holmes threw an interception, and Jaguars run it back for a touchdown. You know what? That basically broke their back. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
That I mean, I thought they were going to score a touchdown, give me some more points, because I got Mahomes, and he told. I mean, and that guy running back. So that made me the play. That made turn the tide. You know what I mean? That's all it takes. That's all it takes. Just a fumble, interception, what it can turn the tide of a football game. It's the beauty
Definitely,
of it,
man. That's
and
why
you can't
football is
make it
great.
up either. You, you,
Yep.
you, you could try all you want to, but it's hard to make it up. Other sports you can make it up, but it's very hard to make up a fumble or an interception.
That's why football is great.
That's why I think football probably is the best.
Yep.
So it's a good matchup, but I don't know which one I would be. I figure the Lions and Chiefs wouldn't be the game of the week, but it may not be. It has to be pretty close.
I'm on Tampa Bay and the 49ers.
I think it would. Yeah, I think it would be one too. That's pretty evenly matched too.
Seahawks and Jags is another good one.
Yeah. We actually got one, two, three, at least four. You would think was going to be some pretty make be worth watching. At least four of them. So that's pretty good. I'm glad that's what we need to pick. We want to pick the toughest ones we can.
Yep. All right, man. Speaking of tough games, you ready to pick some college football?
Yeah.
All
And
right, man.
speaking of college football, if Iowa State would have won over Cincinnati, you would have won all 15. That's where. That's where. But that 14-1 is darn good. You know that. But
That's luck, brother.
if since there's a few lost Saturday too, and some good college teams lost. You know that. And
Texas
but
lost to Florida.
but you did, yeah, you did good, and I went well. I went 12-3 myself, so I did pretty
It's not
good.
bad. That's good.
You know what? Did you know what our total score is?
What is it, sir?
We're both 63 and 32. We're tied.
That's insane. That's crazy.
Yeah,
Both seasons gonna be interesting.
yeah,
Both seasons may break the tie, man.
yeah.
All right, man. You ready for some good old games, man? We got a
Yeah,
tough one right here,
yeah,
Harvey.
yeah.
Friday night, man. We got number 24 South Florida 4-1 traveling to undefeated 5-0 North Texas, and that's Friday night, 7:30 p.m. on ESPN2. USF is 1.5 point favorites. North Texas has this good squad, but I'm gonna go with USF. Who you going with, Harvey?
It's got the makings of maybe one of the
Upsets.
well, not I don't think there was ever who wins that game. I don't think it's going to be an upset. But what I'm saying, it's got the makings of a good game of the week, and both
Yep.
teams are good. They both teams have been pretty good.
Yep. Speaking of a possible game of the week, this next one's tough too.
Yeah,
We got number 8, 4-1 Alabama traveling to quietly number 14, 5-0 Missouri, 12 p.m. on ABC Saturday, and the Alabama's 2.5 point favorites. Roll Tide, I'm going with Alabama. Who you going with, Harvey?
well, I think it's at Alabama. That may be the
It's at Missouri.
is it Missouri? Okay,
Yes.
but I think Alabama's starting to play better. I won't be shocked if Missouri wins, but I'll pick Alabama.
This next one is crazy too. Got number 7 Indiana 5-0 traveling to number 3 Oregon 5-0, 3:30 p.m. on CBS. Oregon is 7.5 point favorites. Uh, I'm gonna go with Oregon. Who you going with, Harvey?
I don't know about that. I'll tell you any other for that sports. I will tell you what, this could either be a close game or this could be a Donnybrook. This game could be 50 to 51 50 or 40 something points. This game could be a high scoring football game. But it's hard. I like Indiana, but I think I'm going to pick Oregon.
All right, man. We got number 6 Oklahoma 5-0 playing Texas 3-2, and that's at 3:30 p.m. on ABC.
Red
Somehow
River Rivalry.
Texas is
You know,
one and a half point favorites. Yeah, man. I don't know how Texas is favorites, but I'm going with the Sooners. So you going with her?
I don't think Texas is not what they predict in first year. I think I've watched Oklahoma play some. Oklahoma's for real. I think they'll win easy. I think that after saying that they'll probably get beat, but I think they'll win that game easy.
All right, man.
Oh
We got
yeah,
number 22 Iowa State 5-1, traveling to Colorado 2-4, 3:30 p.m. Saturday on ESPN. Iowa State is 2.5 point favorites. I'm gonna go with Iowa State. Who you going with, Harvey?
I don't know who's putting all these things 2.5 point favorites. I mean, gosh, I don't think it. I mean, I have to pick Iowa State.
All right, man. We got Nebraska 4-1 playing Maryland 4-1. That's at Maryland Saturday 3:30 p.m. on the Big Ten Network. Nebraska's 6.5 point favorite, so I'm going with Nebraska. Who you going with, Harvey?
And this is one of my figures they would have them closer than that, but Maryland, I think, lost their. Didn't they lose their first game last week? I believe they did. I'm gonna pick Nebraska.
This one right here is kind of odd. We
Yeah,
got 3-2 Wake Forest traveling to Oregon State 0-6, 3:30 p.m. on the CW Network. Wake Forest is 2.5 point favorites. I don't get that. I think they should be favored by more, but I'm going with Wake Forest. Who you going with, Harvey?
you never know what's football, but I really don't see it. I mean, I'm gonna be honest with you, I really don't see Oregon State maybe win a game. Uh, but I'm gonna pick Wake Forest.
All right, man. We got TCU 4-1, traveling to Kansas State 2-4, 3:30 p.m. on Fox. TCU is 1.5 point favorites. I'm going with the Horned Frogs. So you going with her?
Oh yeah, yeah, definitely. I think Kansas State did do good last week, but I think Texas Christian's a pretty good team. But
They're not a bad team, not at all.
I know, yeah,
All right, man. We got Iowa 3-2, traveling to Wisconsin 2-3, 7 p.m. Saturday on FS1. Iowa's 3.5 point favorites. I'm gonna go with the Hawkeyes. I'm going with Iowa. Who you going with her?
I am too.
This one's interesting, man. We got some little schools playing, man. San Jose State 2-3, traveling to Wyoming 2-3, 7 p.m. on CBS Sports Network. San Jose State is 1.5 point favorites. This is a tough one. Uh, I'm going with San Jose State, man. Didn't they almost beat Stanford?
That's who I'm gonna pick. Yeah, they Mountain West rivalry.
Yep. All right, man. We got number 10 Georgia 4-1 traveling to Auburn 3-2, 7:30 p.m. on ABC. Georgia's 3.5 point favorite, so I'm going with Georgia. Who you going with, Harvey?
I am too.
All right, man. We got number 15 Michigan 4-1 traveling to USC 4-1, 7:30 p.m. on NBC. USC is 2.5 point favorites. I'm gonna go with Michigan. Who you going with, Harvey?
Well, I'd be glad to see that because well, we got one different right now. I'll pick USC just so we know, and we'll have one different. That'd be a good game. Yeah, that should be a good game too.
This one right here is a tough one, man. Number 18 BYU 5-0 traveling to Arizona 4-1, 8 p.m. on Saturday night on ESPN2. BYU's 1.5 point favorites. I'm going with Arizona pulling off the upset. Who you going with, Harvey?
That's two we're going to be different on. We need to be different on some anyway, but I'll pick BYU.
That's a tough one, man.
Yes, sir. Hey, you picked some guns this week.
All right, man. We got Utah State 3-2 traveling to Hawaii 4-2, 11:59 p.m. Saturday night, and Utah State's 2.5 point favorites. I'm going with Hawaii at home. Who you going with?
Hawaii.
Yes, sir.
Well, that's three. I'll pick Utah State. I don't know nothing about neither one of them really.
I don't either. I know Hawaii didn't Hawaii beat Stanford. Hawaii did beat Stanford. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yep. Hawaii beat Stanford on week
I,
zero
I believe they did right at the end of the game.
on a block kick. I think. I think they
I
blocked the
think
kick.
I think you're right.
Yep. That's a good win. Hawaii's not really that bad though. They've
Now,
never really been bad in college football.
is Utah State in the Mountain West too?
They are. Yep.
Oh, okay.
That Mountain West is good.
Yeah.
Some of them schools are moving to the Pac-2. They're going to be like the Pac-8
Yeah.
here in like 2 years, I think.
Well, we got one more, Arizona State and Utah.
Yep.
That might be a good too.
Yeah, it's 5.5. We got number 21 Arizona State 4-1, traveling to Utah 4-1, 10:15 p.m. Saturday night on ESPN. Utah is 5.5 point favorites. I'm going with the ranked team. I'm going with Arizona State hard.
I picked Utah. That's another Big Eight matchup. It's hard, it's hard to see that when you see Arizona and Arizona State and them. You've watched them in the Pac-10 all these years, and then you see them in the Big 12. But that's just same as watching Cal playing the ACC and Stanford playing the ACC. Oh
Yep.
yeah, yeah. Hey, by the way, I did pick Southern. I picked South Florida too. On that one. Uh, and I was going to tell you about last week's game. UCLA hadn't won a game, and they beat Penn State.
Crazy.
you,
Florida
you
State.
never know. And me, they beat
What about Kentucky
Kentucky. Kentucky is maybe. I mean, I like their
football team?
football team. I've supported a lot of years, but I mean, I think they're probably young, but when you start playing in the SEC and you have to have players that can go at least 3 quarters, I think Kentucky by halftime they can't. I can't. I don't think they can stay the whole game with these SEC boys.
Nope. I agree
Very
with you.
hard.
Definitely, man.
And I think the NIL, they've started. I think it was already starting, but I think the NIL really. A lot of people agree with me. I think the NIL has probably hurt Kentucky. I really think it is. I don't. If they don't get the money to go out there and get some, unless they get a big name coach, a really big name coach, and if they don't shell out some money to try to get some them big players, I mean, it's going to be like this now.
You're right.
I mean, the SEC is just too tough, and most people got to pick them one more. Most people got them going 3-8. That's what they're gonna pick. They may not even be picked to win an SEC game. I'm telling you. And who's their next team? Who's their next? Who's on their next? Who do they play this week?
I don't even think they play this week. I think they're on a bye.
And then they go then Texas after that, right?
Yep.
Something like that. You get,
I'll look
I
it
think
up.
they get two buys. They get two buys in the all year, don't they? Right?
They
They
ain't
have
gonna
two
lose
bye
this
weeks.
this week.
I don't think it really matters how many bye weeks they get. I mean, I hate to say that, but I mean, they're, but you know what? They've always had a pretty
They
tough
play
go.
Texas the 18th.
Well, they've always had a pretty. They've always been that way for years. That and that. Well, they. I don't think they can. I know. I don't know. Maybe it's time for him to go, but they gotta really be pleased that he had a lot of he made he took, they went to a lot of bowl games in his tenure there, more than any other coach has been there. So, I mean, they have to give him credit for that.
I don't think they'll fire him.
No, no, they probably won't. I mean, but if they're going to be pleased with 4-8, 6-6, and well, then well, so be it. Well, you know the way they are. Look at Texas. Everybody picked Texas in preseason #1, and they're looking to win. You, they may have to go back to the Big 12 because I will tell you the SEC is tough, and now I'm telling you they better be ready to play. And some of them others, it was like Florida. Florida beat them, didn't they? I mean, nobody would have thought Florida would have beat them. They figured Florida. We thought Florida would be weak.
Kentucky ain't beating Florida.
I'm gonna tell you, the SEC is just tough. Every now and then you might see a year that maybe some other conference, yeah, maybe was better than the SEC. They were 1 year several years back. The ACC probably topped the SEC, and I think they won. They was like in bowl games. They had like eight different teams. You know what I'm saying? Eight ACC teams played eight SEC teams, and plus I believe it's your Clemson won. Remember,
Oh,
Clemson beat
Trevor
one of the
Lawrence.
SEC, huh?
Trevor Lawrence.
And the ACC dominated the SEC that year, but that's not going to happen every year. So,
It wasn't Trevor Lawrence on that team.
yeah,
I think T. Higgins was on that team too. Trevor Lawrence and T. Higgins. Yeah,
I remember they did was it did they beat Alabama?
I think so. Yeah.
But they won about 7 bowl games against the SEC. They had like 8 matchups against each other, and I think the SEC won one bowl game against the ACC. Would you never thought that?
Nope.
But that may happen once in a blue moon because overall SEC is still going to be the toughest.
Definitely, man.
But you know what, Seth? A lot of these other conferences, especially the Big Five, they're dangerous teams. Even the AAC, uh, even like what James Madison that year was pretty good. You know, like I forgot who South Florida's in. Some of them teams are building their programs up. Memphis is another example. A lot of them ain't that bad. They ain't that bad. If you don't come to play, they'll beat you. Memphis is undefeated, I think.
USF are really good this year.
So you have to watch out for some of those teams. You know, maybe that NIL, maybe some of these play. It all depends. You know what you got to give them. I mean, you take Memphis, Tennessee. You know, somebody might be there. They got money in Memphis. Chill out. But the most time the big markets is going to win, and a powerhouses. You know, I mean, you take Alabama, they're going to always get those players because they can get it, and most football tools, you know, Kentucky. I mean, I know they've been successful several times, a lot, same with their football team, but. I mean, I've said it all along. They're a basketball school. I mean, they
They
really
are.
are. They're a basketball school, and if you want to do good, you got to try to build up the other sports. And they have got some good sports teams. I mean, but at the end, their basketball team runs. But they've had good baseball teams. They've got good volleyball teams. So, and they're football. But if they want them to succeed, they're going to have to pour the money into it. If they want to try to compete in the SEC, if not, they might have to be looking at another league besides the SEC. It may
Yeah, but
happen. They might have. It Michigan might have to happen. They
yeah,
might
but
have.
they got such a good team in basketball. The SEC can't give it up.
But the problem is, over the years, the other SEC teams have built their basketball teams up. They have
They
built their
have,
schools up.
they have.
They
Kentucky's
have.
Kentucky's better though than what they have been. I believe they got a good coach.
Well, yeah, I think I think they probably should have done that said 5 years ago.
I can't do the same things I could do 3 years ago.
Yeah, yeah. I will say it was when one of your basketball players say, "I can't do the same thing I did 3 years ago," and me about 40 something years older than him. That's probably an insult. I know. Well, for the viewers, you were the one that done it, but it was one of our other players. That's bad. That's bad. That's bad on you, coach. When you're 40 something years older than the boy, I can't do the same thing I did 3 years ago, man. Gee.
Uh,
Oh,
that was funny.
yeah.
Um,
We did have fun back then.
yeah.
It's hard to believe that hey, it's been 2016, almost 10 years.
Since you coached,
Yeah.
that's crazy.
Well, after doing it for 26 years, I love basketball. I love to play it, but that's the reason I'm doing this show with you with football. And I've watched a little bit of the baseball playoffs we're playing right now. I watch it some too, but
What's your thoughts on it? Go ahead, man. This is Sports Wednesday. You can go ahead and give your thoughts on it.
well, I think Toronto Blue Jays, if they'd have won, they blow about a 6-1 lead, and they ahead of the New York Yankees, and I'd love to see them beat the Yankees. uh, I would like to see Seattle Mariners win. They won they're playing Detroit now. And I think that's serious. And there's Dodgers playing Philadelphia, I believe, and then there's Chicago Cubs playing the Brewers. So I would love to see maybe, me, I'm an underdog. I would care to see Chicago. I was tickled when they won that World Series several years back. You know?
Oh man, that was against Cleveland though. Oh, don't do that.
Well, I know it, but you know what? That was pretty good that both of them even was in their World Series. That was a victory in itself. You know that. I just wish they go back to Indians, but that's another story there. Because we growed up,
I
I
ain't even
grew up that
touching
way.
that,
But
bro.
huh?
I'm not touching that.
Well, I am. I know. If anybody's out there, they, I think it's good because to me, I think it's a respect to the Indians, and I don't think it's a slur against the Indians. Florida State loves their Seminoles, and they don't want nobody to touch them. I think it's a respect to their heritage. I really do. So I think they ought to leave them alone. I think they'll leave any of them alone. I don't think that's a disgrace. A bad part. I think Cleveland. I think the Cleveland fans would have loved to see it go back to that. You know what I mean? Because I think the Washington and call the Commanders now. I think the people would love to see them go back to call themselves Washington Redskins. I grew up with that. That never bothered me, and we both got Indian in us a little bit. It don't bother me. I mean, it's just a football. It's a football team. And now I want to tell you, Seth, when Florida State was a good, you know what? I don't care what football team they are. When they play Miami Hurricanes, when they had a big rivalry, they still do. And when you hear the crowd doing that like a Tommy Hawk chant, makes the hair rise on your head. I love to watch that game every year. Florida State, Miami. But I was always for Florida State a lot because I loved the Seminoles. I loved it. So I think it needs to go back a lot. I think the people just get over it, and let them alone because there ain't nothing wrong with that. But I
I
think in baseball,
mean,
I mean, I think in baseball, I would love to see the Mariners win. I don't think they've even been to a World Series. I'd love to see them win it maybe because they probably, where they ain't never, they've made the playoffs several times, but they've never been to a World Series. I'd love to see that happen. That's my opinion on that. I love baseball though. It's three strikes and you're out, four balls is a walk. And in basketball, they don't call a walk. That's different.
yeah,
I guess I'm just an old fogey stogie. I mean, when I coached you, it was still good. It ain't no more.
I guess I'm turning old, man. I hate basketball.
Well, it ain't just been you. Even the old people that I talked to, a lot of them has quit. I told one guy one night, we was over at North Central, and they was dedicating the court to my buddy BB. I said, that guy come over and said, what did they play? And I said, I won't tell you something about that, mister. I mean, he was over me. I said, it ain't coming back the way we had it. It ain't going to come back. We can forget it. It's not coming back. And I think a lot of the old people, I would say a lot of them from you, maybe down the way we was playing. But in my era, though, a lot of them is really,
I ain't old, man. I'm still 20.
well,
I'm
I
still
know it,
20.
but still, if you still played when it was really decent.
Yeah. I mean, back then you had the Warriors and the Cavs rivalry in the NBA. The NBA was good back then. The
Yeah.
Warriors and the Cavs rivalry was like the last really good finals we had.
There's better in college. There's better in college. Actually, I mean, I loved the NBA. I loved the NBA when Magic Johnson and all them, the 80s and some of the 90s. And I did like Shaq and Kobe and them. And I'm like you, the Cavaliers and the Warriors rivalry was pretty good. But you know what? That won't work now because as the game's changed, they've even run something like that now. They've earned it.
I mean, that was a great series, man. That Game 7 series. I mean, the 7 game series, the Cavs and the Warriors went through when Cleveland was down 3-1 and came back and won. That series was.
That was a shocker to me because the
I
Warriors
mean,
had
that's
the
my
best
favorite
record.
series,
They had
obviously. For
they had broken the record with the best record in NBA.
yeah, obviously that was my favorite series ever because I'm a Cavs fan. So
Cause they was good players on both sides. But
yep. I mean,
I mean, gee, yo, I won't tell you why that. I'll tell you why I watched that a lot.
Steph Curry.
Yeah, I found out he could shoot it from the parking lot. And his daddy could shoot it from the parking lot. You must remember, I watched his daddy play.
You know, he's playing with his brother now. His brother signed a
All
deal with
right.
the Warriors. Seth Curry.
Uh,
Seth and Steph are going to be teammates this year.
yeah. I watched them both play college. Gee, their daddy was good at college. I mean, they shoot it from the parking lot. I would say anytime, anywhere past when Curry walks it across the center line, I think he has the green light to shoot.
He's within range. Yeah.
I've never seen nobody. I've watched the NBA ever since I was a little boy, and I've never seen nobody. I've seen players that can shoot the three. I mean, a lot of old players can shoot the three,
Ray
but
Allen.
huh?
Ray Allen.
Well, you take people when I grew up, Louis Dampier and all them Kentucky Colonels, and a lot of them, and even Larry Bird. I mean, but Curry takes the cake. I don't care. I don't think that. I don't think somebody. I don't think nobody comes close to it.
I mean, they possibly had the best shooting backcourt of all time. Klay Thompson and Steph Curry. Klay Thompson has an argument to be the second best shooter of all time.
It's pretty good too. Yeah.
He was crazy before he got hurt, man. Oh my
I,
God.
I think
He-
the 3 point line is really well. NBA's back, but I think the 3 point line in college is too close. When somebody like me can make seven in a row on you, I mean it's too close.
I want to tell you, man. Like you
What have
said,
you seen me do it?
reffing has destroyed basketball.
Yeah, it sure has. I mean, and it ain't their fault.
Yep.
Henry, I mean, you did say that. I mean, they got the different rules now, and what are you going to do? They took the coaching out of it. They took the coaching out of a lot of it now, and now they're going to start putting 2 years from now they're going to put the shot clock in high school. That's a shame. I mean, they really took the coaching away from basketball. I mean,
Strategy. Yep.
I mean, in the NBA, even in college, but you know, the NBA, I might say if I was coaching Curry, I said, Curry, I sit back and you just go ahead and run the show. And he probably practices them during the practice. But you know what, the NBA, I believe in the NBA all over the years. They can have a player on the team. You get 5 shots tonight. Once you get your 5 shots, you ain't getting them over.
Yep. That's the way they do it.
They do, yeah. I mean,
Yep.
gee, I want to tell you. I want to tell you something now. I mean, I don't know if anybody listened with Cameron Justice played for our school, and I would go over and watch him before a ball game, or sometimes practice before a ball game. Seth, I seen him shoot from the 5 spots around the horn, 125 shots from each place, 125 shots, and he would probably make at least 110.
That's
I'm
crazy.
serious. I'm serious. He'd make at least 110. I mean, but of course, that's nobody guarding him. But he could shoot on the run too. I've seen him hit threes on the run. Not, I mean, sometimes a dead stop and shoot it, but on the run, and boom, that's uncanny. I thought
Definitely,
he would
man.
do it. I thought he would be an awesome player. And I don't know what happened in college, but one of his buddies went to Indiana Purdue University, and played 4 years there, and he was pretty good at there. I watched some games on Facebook of him playing, and he did good. He was an athlete too. He was
Yep.
good. He could stick his elbow down the rim. He could jump from through the roof. I mean, he
Yeah.
could jump through the roof. He was tall in grade school.
Yeah. Cameron had a pretty good career at Western Kentucky.
Yeah, I don't think Vanderbilt was the place for him. But hey, I mean, that's good. I was glad to see him go somewhere, but I don't know. You know, he was. I'm glad he went to a place like Western because in the SEC basketball, when you the players that he played against in high school, entirely different from the college. He got some boys looking at him right now, and some of them looking down at him. You know what I mean? You about maybe 5'11" or 6 foot, and I don't know how tall he was, but then here's a big 6'7" or 6'8" guard looking at you.
It's
But I
tough,
think he
man.
did pretty good eventually. But you have to maybe hit one of the good fits, or. But I believe they part of the culture he quit at Vanderbilt probably was part of the problem too.
I
I
don't
mean,
know, man. I ain't gonna say.
it could be. I mean, maybe nothing wrong with the coach, but that's the way it goes.
Definitely,
It
man.
happens. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Well,
Oh
Harvey,
well.
I appreciate you, man.
Yeah, I love to talk sports. I
Wait,
mean,
did I interrupt you? What was you gonna say? My bad. You was gonna say
that's all
something.
right. No, I'm glad we
No,
talked. I'm glad we did a
no,
little
go
bit
ahead and
more.
say it. Go ahead and
No,
say it, man.
no, I'm just glad we did talk a little bit more.
Yeah, definitely,
Maybe,
man.
and I appreciate people who are listening to us.
Definitely, man.
And
Everybody's listening to the station. Definitely.
I'm glad. Everyone who's doing it, I'm glad, and I maybe Mel send some kind of email or a message, if they like it or not, we'll keep doing it. I mean, as long as we can keep doing it, I'm satisfied. I love doing this. I really love college football and the NFL.
Me too, man.
Sometimes I get mad at Super Bowl games. Some of them,
And we
but
do a show with Jacqueline. Unfiltered Nation comes on every Sunday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on
yeah,
nighthawk-radio.com.
yeah. So thank for our listeners who's out there. I really appreciate it.
Definitely, man. You can send us an email at nighthawk-radio@outlook.com. And you can actually send us messages on our website at nighthawk-radio.com. If you got any questions, advice, you want to have a show on our station, you want to be a guest on one of our shows, let us know, man. Appreciate everybody listening. Also, man, coming up next, episode 3 of Beyond the Mats. I want to thank everybody for listening. Have a good night and God bless.